In today's episode,
minions will be real. Control will be lost.
No!
And control will be regained. The Indian Border Security Force, also called BSF, has a neat little trick for the Maruti Gypsy, which is a off-road car based on the Suzuki SJ Samurai. In case there's an obstacle that cannot be crossed by the car, the crew just simply jumps out, disassembles the doors, engine and frame. They carry all the parts across the obstacle and assemble it again. All of this in under 2 minutes. I am not sure if this tactic is actually used in operations, since the car looks pretty unstable to drive, but maybe someone in the comments can give us an answer. One of my viewers had a super close call on a Nordschleife. And big surprise, it happened at the Schwedenkreuz corner. While pushing his Ford Escort Mark II on the track, with his father driving behind him, he had a cold brown moment when the rear of the car got loose during the high-speed corner. Luckily, he managed to catch it and finish the lap. Finally, there's a racing series where your mother could absolutely dominate. Hairpins, all-wheel drive and a blue metallic color. Yep, it is Subaru Impreza flick time. If you think the Miata is cute, then check this out. A radio-controlled model with working pop-up headlights. Doing autocross or rallycross, there are two ways to go around a cone. It's either going left or right. Well, that is not true. You can also just jump above it. Flipping a go-kart is not as rare as you may think. For this to happen, there needs to be a streak of bad luck and aggressive or bad drivers. During an indoor karting championship in Poland, a driver got pushed into the barriers and flipped. Luckily, he was okay, except for some bruises. Autocross and autobus are two very similar words, so don't be surprised if someone goes autocrossing with an autobus. Wait. Dear 12-year-old super enthusiasts, any car can make this sound, even diesel cars. I always thought that Corvettes, especially older ones, are not the best at handling. This is why I got extra surprised when I stumbled across this guy's Corvette. The way the driver throws it around corners during autocross competitions completely blew my mind. Only recently I learned about the Junior Dragster class. As you may expect, it is basically a less powerful category made for upcoming drag racing drivers. The cars look kinda cute though. Who am I kidding? They would still beat my Miata. Another video, another Lexus V8. This time it is the LC500 with its 5-liter V8. There's also a hybrid version of this car, but come on, who would like to miss out on this sound? Are you bad at riding motorcycles? Are you good at crawling around? Do you like dressing up as Santa Claus? Okay, I know this makes zero sense, but here's the thing. If you meet the requirements I just listed, you should consider becoming a co-driver in sidecar racing. The Santa Claus part may not be necessary, by the way. This is one of the videos that shows perfectly that no matter how powerful your car is, you will not get close to someone that knows and actually uses the limits of his car. Here are two Toyota AE86s being chased by a Honda S2000. It may have twice the power, but you can still see how hard it is to keep up. Driving on two wheels in a car is impressive. Doing it on snow is just another level. This is how Saab used to show off their cars, by the way, and their hats. Some people need a folding cup holder, some people need a folding roof, and others just need a folding semi-truck trailer. That's right, this trailer is specifically made for transporting wood logs. To save on space while not transporting wood, this trailer can fold in half. Sometimes crashing can be a lengthy process. This is especially true when driving in the snow. This BMW driver had a while to think while slowly drifting towards the trees. Luckily, the damage doesn't seem too bad. While some people feel bad about cutting their fenders to fit slightly bigger wheels, there are people out there that do this. Now, I don't claim to be an off-road expert, but this Nissan Patrol looks unstoppable to me. In the last few episodes, you've seen crazy bikes with huge engines. This one is huge too, but still looks surprisingly drivable. This is the Millyard Viper V10, built by Alan Millyard. As the name suggests, the engine comes from a Dodge Viper, which has around 500 horsepower. The goal of this bike was to reach 400 km an hour. As of now, the maximum speed achieved on this bike was 331 km an hour. What kind of force pushes a man to build a bike with 500 horsepower and then try to reach 400 km an hour? Here in Europe, hot rods are as rare as BMW drivers touching the blinker lever. That's why I personally love them. Yes, they may seem to be absolutely horrible to drive, but there is a feeling that is hard to describe when you see them rolling down the street. No matter how good you are at doing burnouts, nothing can beat a locomotive. Here's a pro tip for new camera operators that want to record cars. Do not stand behind a car that is throwing up rocks and sand, except if you like to have your face and lenses massaged by rocks and sand. Here is something I always wanted to see happen: a Formula 1 car on a drag strip. Drag strips are usually much more grippier than the usual racetracks, so this could show how much Formula 1 cars are limited by traction while launching. Unfortunately, this video doesn't show the F1 car too much, but you can still see that it has zero chance against a car made specifically for straight line speed. Usually, a crash at 200 miles per hour always results in massive rolls and flips, especially with cars that look like they've been made to look like a pea. That's what surprised me when watching Alan Rice's crash during a high-speed run on the Bonneville Speedway. He lost control after the rear axle broke, resulting in the car going sideways. And yes, it did a few rolls at the end, but amazingly stayed relatively stable right after the wheel disintegrated. The driver was okay, and the car was even repaired and continued to race.
0 miles per 99.99, speed of 194.305. Crash!
The Mercedes S600 is not only good at having a ridiculously big engine, it is a V12 that has been used in the Pagani Zonda, it is also a land yacht with a long wheelbase. And you know what this means. It's pretty good at going sideways. In Russia, the engine combusts externally. Here is another Pontiac Fiero from one of my viewers. What he did is basically upgrade the stock 2.8 liter to 3.1 liters and upgrade the suspension and brakes. I'm kind of starting to like the Fiero. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want more, check out my second channel. Have a nice day.
That doesn't make sense.